Hi students, in the last class we discussed about types of chemical reactions. First one is chemical combination reaction, second one chemical decomposition reactions, third one chemical displacement reactions, fourth one double displacement reactions. Okay, now I will start the lesson with double displacement reaction. What is the definition of double displacement reactions? Is if two reactants exchange their constituents, that means atoms, if two reactants exchange their constituents chemically and form two products, then the reaction is called as double displacement reaction. If two reactants exchange their constituents chemically and form two products, then the reaction is called double displacement reaction. In this case, this molecule is having two atoms A and B. This molecule is having two atoms A and B. Here, exchange of atoms, that means A takes C, D takes B, and exchange of atoms. Exchange of atom takes place between molecules. That type of reaction is called double displacement reaction. Say for example, take this type of model. Here, this is one molecule which is having one type of atom, it is having another atom like AB. This is another type of molecule CD. This is C, this is D. When these two are combined, they exchange their atoms. That means this pink color, this violet color ball moves into this position, this black color ball moves into this position. Okay, the exchange of atoms takes place between the molecules. Exchange of atoms takes place between the molecules. Here two atoms are exchanged, that's why we will call it as double displacement. A, C exchanged to A, B exchanged to D. That's why we will call it as double displacement reaction. But in the case of single displacement reaction, an element A displaces B only. An element replaces B from BC and takes its position. Okay, that means here only one single displacement takes place from A to B. In this case, two displacement takes place. Okay, the position of B changed, the position of C changed. So this is called double displacement reaction. What are the examples for double displacement reactions? What are the examples for double displacement reactions? So examples for double displacement reactions are, first one is examples for double displacement reactions. First one is reaction of acid with base. First one, reaction of acid with base. Reaction of acid with base. Reaction of acid with base. When an acid reacts with base, it forms salt and water. So I will write an example. Take an example of acid as hydrochloric acid HCl, which is present in aqueous state. That means hydrochloric acid dissolved in water, we will get aqueous. Okay, base example, sodium hydroxide, NaOH. Sodium hydroxide, it is also present in liquid form along with water, so aqueous. HCl plus NaOH, which gives NaCl plus H2O. This NaCl is present as aqueous form, right? AQ here. H2O, we know already the state of H2O is liquid, right? L here. Okay, here displacement of, hydrogen, this part reacts with this part. This part reacts with this part. That means exchange of constituent ions, exchange of constituent atoms, exchange of hydrogen, here takes place exchange of sodium. So exchange of atoms in between the molecules to form a new type of products is called double displacement reactions. Okay. Second example. Example 2 is reaction of sodium, reaction of sodium sulfate with barium chloride, reaction of sodium sulfate with barium chloride. This is also an example for double displacement reaction. So, a chemical formula of sodium sulfate is Na2SO4. It is a salt. When you dissolve it in water, we will get aqueous solution AQ. It is present in liquid form. Now it is present in liquid. On adding sodium sulfate dissolves in water, we will get aqueous solution. Okay. Barium chloride BaCl2 chemical formula aqueous state. Barium chloride BaCl2 aqueous state, which is present in aqueous state. Okay. Sodium sulfate reacts with barium chloride. It forms sodium chloride and barium sulfate. Sodium chloride is also present as aqueous solution AQ. Barium sulfate appears as white color precipitate. So you will use this symbol for this particular downward arrow. Listen, very important point. In chemical equations, upward arrow indicates gas liberation, release of gas. This symbol is useful for gas. Whenever you observe this type of symbol in chemical equation, that symbol is related to that particular one is gas. Say for example, H2. The arrow mark is like this. That means hydrogen gas. Whenever you observe downward arrow in chemical equations, that is nothing but precipitate. Okay, that is nothing but precipitate. What is the definition of precipitate? An insoluble substance present in water is called precipitate. That means it does not dissolve in water. It appears as curd, white color curd, or different colors are also there. But one of here barium sulfate color is white color precipitate. It is a white color precipitate. So here this part reacts with first part reacts with the last part. This last part reacts with this first part and exchange their constituents. Finally, they form different product. This is also an example for chemical double decomposition reactions. Okay, this is about fourth type of chemical reactions, that is chemical double decomposition reactions. Next concept, fifth one is that is redox reactions. Fifth concept is redox reactions. Okay, up to now we completed chemical combination, chemical displacement, chemical decomposition, double displacement reaction. Fifth concept, very important. Fifth one is redox reactions. Redox reaction. Okay, the name itself indicates redox. The name indicates reduction. The name Re indicates reduction. Dox indicates oxidation. Reduction plus oxidation we will call it as reduction. Reduction plus oxidation we will call it as redox. Reduction plus oxidation we will call it as redox. So first we start with oxidation and reduction. Okay, before going to explain redox reaction, now I will explain the definitions of what is reduction, what is oxidation. So we start with oxidation. What is oxidation? Oxidation is one type of chemical reaction. Reduction is also one type of chemical reaction. Oxidation is one type of chemical reaction. Reduction is one type of chemical reaction. Okay, okay, start. Point 1. Addition of oxygen is called oxidation. Addition of oxygen. Addition of oxygen is called oxidation. That means whenever an element reacts with oxygen, that type of reaction is called oxidation. Addition of oxygen. This is one metal. When a metal reacts with oxygen, it adds, that means it absorbs oxygen. That type of reaction is called oxidation. Addition of oxygen is called oxidation. Second point, removal of hydrogen. Removal of hydrogen. Removal of hydrogen is called reduction. Addition of oxygen is called oxidation. Removal of hydrogen is called oxidation. Both two definitions for oxidation. Addition of oxygen is called oxidation. Removal of hydrogen is also called oxidation. The definitions reverse for reduction. Okay. See what is the definition. Okay. Removal of oxygen. Removal of oxygen is called reduction. 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 Addition of oxygen is called oxidation. Removal of oxygen is called reduction. Oxidation, oxygen. Remember like that. Oxidation, addition of oxygen. Addition of oxygen, another one is removal. Opposite, removal of hydrogen. Reduction. Reduction means removal of oxygen, reverse, addition of hydrogen. Second one, addition of hydrogen. Addition of hydrogen is called reduction. Addition of hydrogen is called reduction. This is about the definitions of oxidation and reduction. Okay, I will explain these two with the help of some chemical equation. Examples. Okay, examples. First one, when copper reacts with oxygen, on heating, copper reacts with oxygen, take some amount of copper tunings in this particular china dish with the help of tripod stand, with the help of Bunsen burner flame. If you heat this particular copper directly converts into black colored substance. Copper directly converts into black color substance. That means when copper reacts with oxygen, it converts into copper oxide. This equation is also balanced. Copper, what is the state of this particular substance? Solid state. The substance present in the bottle state is solid state. Okay, solid. Oxygen is present in gaseous state. Oxygen is present in gaseous state. The formed substance is a black colored powder, so it is also solid state substance. Observe here, addition of oxygen takes place or not. Here only copper is there in the left hand side. Observe on the right hand side, it is CuO, Cu plus O2, which gives CuO. Here addition of oxygen to addition of oxygen to copper takes place, yes or no? Addition of oxygen to copper takes place. So it is an example for addition of oxygen is called oxidation. In this example, copper is oxidized. That means oxidation process takes place on copper. So copper is oxidized. Copper is oxidized. So copper to copper oxide is called, this process is called oxidation. This process is called oxidation. When copper reacts with oxygen, it forms copper oxide. It is an example for oxidation. Another example, it is a black colored powder. It is a black colored powder. When you pass hydrogen gas through this black color powder, that means when copper oxide reacts with the hydrogen gas, what is the state of copper oxide? Solid state. When copper oxide reacts with hydrogen gas, hydrogen which is present in gaseous state, when copper oxide reacts with hydrogen gas, it changes into copper and water vapor. Copper. What is the state of copper? Solid state. By heart this equation. Copper present in solid state. Okay. Along with H2O. Here water vapor is formed. Water vapor is formed. H2O is not liquid here. Here water vapor is formed. So its state is gaseous state. Here only water vapor form, not water as liquid form. So when copper oxide, when you pass hydrogen gas through copper oxide, it changes into copper and water vapor. Observe. Here copper oxide is there on reactant side. On product side we have only copper. What happened here from copper oxide to copper? What change takes place? Removal of oxygen takes place from copper. Yes or no? Removal of copper. Here copper is there. Here oxygen is there, but here there is no oxygen. That means removal of oxygen takes place. Removal of oxygen is called oxidation. So in this example, oxidation takes place. Observe hydrogen gas. On the left hand side, hydrogen H2 is there. On right hand side, observe on right hand side. This is called removal of oxygen is called reduction. Removal of oxygen is called reduction. Here observe H2 is there here. On right hand side H2O is there. Addition of oxygen is called oxidation. Addition of oxygen is called oxidation. Removal of hydrogen is called oxidation. Addition of oxygen is called oxidation. Addition of hydrogen is called reduction. Removal of oxygen is called reduction. Okay, this is about oxidation and reduction. Observe second example, a reaction in which both oxidation and reduction takes place in a single reaction. In this reaction only oxidation takes place, but in this reaction both oxidation and reduction takes place simultaneously. Here copper oxide, okay, I will write here copper oxide is reduced. That means reduction takes place. Reduced. Here copper oxide is reduced. Hydrogen is oxidized is nothing but oxidation takes place. Oxidized. A reaction in which both oxidation and reduction takes place are called redox reaction. That means in a particular reaction both oxidation process and reduction process takes place simultaneously. In only some reactions both oxidation and reduction takes place simultaneously. That type of reactions we will call it as redox reaction. If you observe this reaction, here only oxidation takes place. This is about redox and oxidation reactions. Okay, this is about oxidation and reduction reaction. Now I will write the definition of redox reaction. Write down the definition of redox reaction. Write down the definition of redox reaction. Okay, redox reaction definition. Redox reaction, a reaction in which, write down, a reaction in which both oxidation A reaction in which both oxidation and reduction takes place simultaneously is called a reaction in which both oxidation and reduction takes place simultaneously. That type of reaction is called redox reaction. That type of reaction is called redox reaction. A reaction in which both oxidation and reduction takes place simultaneously. That type of reaction is called redox reaction. Example. Okay, already we written. See, copper oxide solid plus hydrogen gas, which gives copper plus H2O. Copper which is present in solid state, H2O which is present in gaseous states. Only here actually water is present in liquid form, but here it presents in gaseous state. Okay, this is about, here write down here, copper oxide to copper. Okay, copper removal of oxygen takes place, reduction. Right here, addition of oxygen takes place from H2 to H2O. So oxidation. This is about the fifth concept, that is redox reactions. Final concept, types of classification of reactions. Final concept, redox reactions. Okay, with this we completed type of chemical reactions. Okay, next I will explain daily life. Okay, now some examples there in our daily life for oxidation. Okay, oxidation in our daily life. 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 Okay, so many oxidation processes takes place in our daily life. Say for example, take brinjal or potato or apple, cut into two pieces, leave it for some time in the atmosphere, that means in the air. After some time you will observe some brown color layer forms on the apple or pears or banana or potato. Why? A new color substance is formed on apple or pears. Pear means berry pandu, pears, banana, potato. That means because of oxidation. Okay, first point, apples, banana, pears, potato. Okay, all these type of fruits contains one type of enzyme. It is a microorganism. We will call it as polyphenol oxidase. This contains an enzyme. Its name is polyphenol oxidase. Polyphenol polyphenol oxidase. Its another name is thyrogenase. Its another name is thyrogenase. Polyphenol oxidase or thyrogenase. This enzyme reacts with atmospheric oxygen when you cut that particular apple into two pieces. Okay, it reacts with oxygen and forms a new type of substance which color is brown color. It is an example for oxidation. So next, second example. Okay, second example in our daily life is corrosion. Okay, second example is about corrosion. Okay, corrosion, it is a one type of process when you expose metals in atmosphere for some time, the shining nature of metals decreases day by day. Yes or no? When you expose some metals in the atmosphere in the presence of air and moisture, after few days the shining nature of metals decreases, they tarnish. The shining nature of metals decreases. because of formation of new substance on the surface of that particular metals. This type of process we call it as corrosion. We will call it as corrosion. Example, rusting of iron. A brown color layer is formed on iron rod. Yes or no? It is an example for iron. Now write down the definition of corrosion. Okay. When metals are exposed to air and moisture, the shining nature of metals decreases. The shining nature of metals decreases. The shining nature of metals decreases because of formation of a new substance on metals. Because of formation of a new substance on metals, on metal surface. This process is called, this phenomena is called corrosion. Simply, the shining nature of metal surfaces decreases due to reaction with air and moisture is called corrosion. This phenomena is called corrosion. Okay. Examples for corrosion are rusting of iron. First example is rusting of iron. Okay. Rusting of iron. Examples for corrosion. First one is rusting of iron. Okay. When you expose iron rod in air along with moisture, this iron rod reacts with, that means the surface of iron reacts with oxygen present in the air, water vapor present in the air, and finally it forms a new product which is present in brown color, ferric oxide. Its name is ferric oxide. It is having water molecules, so we will call it as hydrated ferric oxide. Hydrated ferric oxide. So chemical name of rust, it is nothing but rust. Chemical name of rust is hydrated ferric oxide. Chemical formula of rust is Fe2O3.XH2O. Okay. How can we prevent rusting? By painting and by galvanization. What is galvanization? The coating of zinc metal on iron surface is called galvanization. This is about rusting of iron. Second concept is about formation of black color on silver spoon. Formation of black color on silver spoon. In your textbook diagram is there. This is the original, that means fresh, this is the original one, original silver. After some, if you export that particular silver, if you use that particular silver for your household purpose, or if you expose this particular silver into air and moisture, it changes its color into this particular iron rock. Brown color layer is formed on iron rock. So which reaction takes place here is, here when you expose silver spoon into atmosphere, silver, chemical symbol Ag, okay, it reacts with hydrogen sulfide. Its name is hydrogen sulfide. So it is also present in atmosphere in very trace amounts. It reacts with hydrogen sulfide along with oxygen. It reacts with hydrogen sulfide along with oxygen. 4 and 2 are stoichiometric coefficients. Okay, when these 3 are reacted, a new product 2Ag2S plus a new product plus 2H2O are formed. This equation is also balanced. So, this equation is very, very important. The black color on the silver spoon is due to formation of silver sulfide. Silver sulfide, its name is silver sulfide. That means the black color name is silver sulfide. Silver sulfide. Okay, silver sulfide, which is present in black color. Okay, now finally I will explain another concept. Last and final concept there in this lesson is rancidity. Okay, final concept, rancidity. Okay, rancidity. Final concept, rancidity. Okay, what is the definition of rancidity? Okay, this is the third concept, I think, in daily life experience of oxidation. First one, apple, pears, bananas example. Second one is related to corrosion. The final concept, rancidity. Okay. Definition of rancidity is spoilage of food materials. Spoilage of food materials containing oil and fats. On long standing. Spoilage, write down the definition. Spoilage of food materials containing oil and fats only. Spoilage of food materials. Spoilage of food materials containing oil and fats on long standing. Spoilage of food materials containing oil and fats on long standing is called, that means the process of spoilage of food materials containing oil and fats on long standing is called rancidity. Rancidity. Okay, rancidity. That's why. Okay, now how can we prevent rancidity? Okay, if you observe Lay's packets or bingo packets, in that bingo packets, nitrogen gas is used as a preservative, not air. We think that it is air. Actually, it is not air. It is only nitrogen gas. Why we are using nitrogen gas? Nitrogen gas creates inert atmosphere. It does not react with any substance like fats and oils. If you use air, it will spoil very easily. That's why we are using nitrogen gas as preservative. That means some substances are used to decrease rancidity of oils and fats. That substances are called preservatives. Generally, examples for preservatives are very, very important bit. Examples for preservatives are vitamin E and vitamin C. Vitamin E, C and vitamin E. Very, very important. Which vitamins are used as preservatives? Vitamin C and vitamin E. Vitamin C and vitamin E. Okay. With this I completed chemical equations and chemical reactions lesson. Your homework is write any 4 chemical equations there in your textbook and balance that equations. And another homework question is write the differences between chemical combination and chemical decomposition reactions. This is second question. Third question is write the differences between displacement reactions and double displacement reactions. Thank you so much.